Hi and welcome to Scarlet Reviews. Today I will be doing my long overdue review of my first time getting eyelash extensions done. Under normal circumstances, it's not something that I would have done. I know some people do it regularly, but last year I participated in an international beauty pageant. I wanted to see how I could cut down on time that I required to get ready in the morning. One of them was fixing false lashes because I'm quite slow at fixing false lashes myself. I did not bring a makeup artist with me. I was my own makeup artist. So I thought, hey, why not go for eyelash extensions? So today I just want to share my experience with you and 5 things that I think you should know before you decide to go for eyelash extensions if it's your first time. So before I selected the place that I was going to go for my eyelash extensions, of course I did my research to see what customers said of each place. And then I decided to go with the best one because it was my first time. Although they were a bit pricey, I wanted to get the job done well. I went for the extensions a few weeks before my pageant because I wanted to know if I would have any allergic reactions or if I would need to touch up my lashes beforehand. Come the day of my appointment, I go to the salon and then she lets me choose the lash style, and she did recommend which style would be suitable for me based on my eye shape, which I really appreciated. Okay, so when I went into the treatment room, what they did for me was they asked me, would you like to top up with some eye patches below your eyes? Because it would make the process more comfortable. And so I said, yes, sure, go ahead. So they put the eye patches below each of my eyes before starting the process. And I have to say that one thing about the eyelash extension process, for me, my personal experience at least, was that it was quite a painful process. I teared a lot during the procedure because although it was non-intrusive, they were just sticking extensions on top of your natural lashes, but the adhesive got into my eyes and made my eyes sensitive and watery. And it was just stinging throughout the whole procedure. I wouldn't say that it was unbearable, but definitely very uncomfortable throughout the process. Now that we've covered the eyelash extensions procedure, I am going to share with you all how I had to change my face care or skincare routine to accommodate the lashes. Based on the information that I received from the beautician who did my eyelash extensions, I was not supposed to use products that contained oil on my face, which includes my cleansers, my toners, my makeup removers, and my moisturizers, because oil would dissolve the adhesive that was used to stick on my eyelash extensions. So I actually had to read all the labels on my skincare products, and I had to put aside those that contained oil and buy new skincare products that were oil-free. The biggest challenge for me to switch my skincare routine was actually to look for an oil-free eye product, because most eye products out there are cream-based. So to look for an eye gel was a big challenge for me. And I finally used an eye gel from Clinique when I had my eyelash extensions on. Another step that you have to add on to your beauty routine once you've got your eyelash extensions is that after you've washed your face, you need to comb your lashes each time. I was given a spoolie that looked like a mascara wand to comb my lashes to make sure that they look orderly and they don't dry crooked. Skincare routine aside, actually your skin type also makes a difference when it comes to extensions. My eyelids actually are oily, so it actually makes it hard for even eyeliner to stay on the whole day. I absolutely cannot use pencil-based, crayon-based, or liquid-based eyeliners without it smudging on my lower lid, because that is how oily my lids are. I highlighted this to the beautician when I made my appointment. When I told her I had oily lids, her answer was kind of a non-committal answer whether it would work for me, but I decided to try it anyway at my own risk because I had a beauty pageant coming up and I wanted to save that time in the morning. Within the first week, I've actually lost quite a number of lashes just overnight. When I wake up, there are some loose lashes on my lower lid. I attribute it to my oily lids. That's the only explanation that I have for it. I don't think that I rub my eyes at night. And I'm a back sleeper, so I don't think it's because of contact of my lids against the pillow. And they fell off without my natural lash falling off. So it was not due to my natural lash cycle. It was just purely the adhesive coming off. Moving on to the next segment, I'm going to share with you my experience with false lashes when it comes to wearing makeup. I would have to say that the biggest challenge is putting on and taking off your eyeliner. Because once you have the eyelash extensions stuck there, it actually has some rigidity to it. My natural lashes are really soft, so it makes it really easy for me to draw on my eyeliner. I usually use a gel liner because of my oily lids. When I had eyelash extensions on, it was really a challenge. It felt like I was trying to draw in between the lashes, like doing really tiny strokes because of how rigid the lashes were. With eyelash extensions, another difference in your makeup routine is that you no longer need your mascara. In fact, they say please don't do mascara because when you clean off your mascara, all that heavy rubbing is gonna make your lashes come off faster. When it came to removing my eyeliner, I used this oil-free makeup remover from Marie K. I found it really affordable, but unfortunately, although it was oil-free, it actually took off a lot of my false lashes. I actually let my eyelash glue dry for a couple of days first before attempting to do any makeup. So when I did makeup, the eyelash glue should have dried completely already, but unfortunately this product removed a lot of my eyelash extensions, although it claims to be oil-free. So I think that it could have been the glycols. Glycols are alcohols and alcohols are another solvent. So maybe this adhesive was also dissolvable by glycol. I'm not an expert in this area and I'm just sharing my experiences with all of you here. Actually, before I settled on this eye makeup remover from Marie K, I did a lot of research online and I went to a lot of cosmetic stores and I was not able to find anything that was both oil-free and glycol-free. I will now talk about the regular upkeep that you can kind of expect if you're going to maintain it long term. So in addition to the high upfront cost, you'll have the ongoing cost of adding new lashes. You would have to go back to the lash bar or lash salon every now and then when you feel that your lashes have dropped unevenly. As you know, our lashes drop all the time. It is part of our natural lash cycle. But if you have oily lids like me, you might need to go back to the lash bar or lash salon more often to get your lashes fixed because they will drop faster than someone with, regular or dry eyelids. Whether or not it's worth doing it depends on the individual because I know some people go out with falsies pretty much every day. Also, different people have different budgets. But all I can say is that it is an ongoing cost if you decide to get eyelash extensions and want to keep them long term. I personally don't think I'll be getting them done again because although my natural lashes are not long, I'm happy to have a low maintenance beauty routine from a day-to-day basis. Also for me, I find that eyelash extensions are just so pricey because I have oily lids and I found that after my first week, I actually had to go back to get my lashes touched up already if I wanted it to look even because I could see gaps. There were parts where were more sparse than others. It just looked weird. If you do not have oily lids, I think you'll be fine going back to the lash bar or lash salon once every 4 to 6 weeks according to the lady who tended to me. And when you go to touch up, generally places go by the number of lashes that you stick on and also the type of lash that you stick on. Some false lashes are more expensive than others, depending on the quality, the weight, the length, and so on and so forth. I hope you found this video useful. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, bye!